Just a reminder that these videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey and welcome back to my closet. I have mentioned in some of the videos where I've talked about the Disney Little Mermaid live action dolls that I'm not really into the live action movies themselves. I mean, they're pretty much cash grabs, they're just trying to cash in on nostalgia, blah blah blah, and they don't really come out any better than the original movie. They lose the charm with the lack of animation, etc, etc. I could go on for a long time. However, if we keep getting nice dolls from Mattel for the live action Disney movies, I may have to reconsider my opinion because the Little Mermaid dolls that they are putting out are beautiful. And I have the Deluxe Ariel here. Yes, she was $45 on Amazon. Yes, I think that's a little steep, but she is really, really pretty. And if I had to get one, because as soon as I saw the mold for Ariel from this movie, I knew I had to get one of them because her face is just so pretty. And I mean, obviously we'll take a better look at it when I get her out of the box, but Mattel just did such a nice job with all of the Little Mermaid dolls. Their faces are just really nice. And I don't usually like live people doll faces, but Mattel, I don't know, I guess they have a lot of practice with face molds with all the fashionistas, so they're really on their A game. This is the perfect time for them to take back the Disney license. So I have the best Ariel here because she has all the articulation and the extra accessories and material tail and all that other good stuff, and the special stand, which I love. So we are going to take a look at her, even though I'm probably never going to see the movie. This box is deceptively large, okay? She is not as big as this box. Because when I ordered her, she came, you see those Mattel cardboard boxes, they have like the Mattel logo and then it says what it is. So I saw the box and I was like, oh, maybe she's taller. Maybe that's why she's considered deluxe and extra too, because she's taller than the normal dolls. No, the box is just extra large, so don't be fooled. There she is in the box, and there's the ocean in the background. She's already on the stand, and I love the stand. It's so clever. Down at the bottom, it says the Little Mermaid, Deluxe Mermaid Ariel. We got some ocean on either side here, and then on the back is a picture of the doll, and I just love the fins on this doll. I did really like the molded fins on the first Ariel that we saw from Mattel, even though they were molded. But if I had to make them into material, I think these are the best done out of all the dolls, including the Disney Store limited edition one. Like, that one just was so underwhelming to me, and I haven't seen anyone review it. I probably should watch a review just to see if she's any better in person, but I was not impressed with the pictures. I'm more impressed with this doll. So anyway, let me read the back real quick. The Little Mermaid reimagines the beloved story of Ariel, a curious mermaid who longs to experience life on land and finds herself on an unexpected journey of self-discovery. Let's get her out. First of all, for those of you who like to use your packaging as backdrops, there's some really nice ocean scenery back here. I really like this. If I had some kind of an ocean display that I could put her in, this would be really nice. Here is Ariel, and she is so pretty. She is amazing. I love her. Okay, I will say first off, she feels very light. And I'm like talking light like a fashionista light, which is odd. I didn't expect her to feel light like this. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the body type that they used. She might be a little shorter than your standard Barbie. But yeah, I just noticed when I picked her up, I was like, wow, there's not a lot of weight to her. But that's okay because she's still really nice. Let's look at her face. Oh, I mean, Mattel just knocked it out of the park with this mold for Hallie. It's just gorgeous. Like, the Disney mold has nothing on this face because it looks like her, and it also is just pretty. The other one just, she looks like she's squinting all the time, and maybe too because she's smiling like bigger, whereas this one has the closed mouth. That makes her look a little bit more serene and regal. She has rooted eyelashes, which is a nice extra touch considering she's a deluxe doll. She's got a little beauty mark up on her forehead. She's got magenta lips. Mine is a little bit pixelated. It's not terrible, but if you look closely, she does look kind of pixelated. She's got a blue eyeshadow that goes into a smoky color towards her eyebrow, and she does have some baby hairs at the edge here. She's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. She does not have earrings or piercings for earrings, but I guess Ariel doesn't have them in the movie probably. Probably don't do piercings underwater. And then we get to the hair. Now, this Ariel, unlike the others, comes with extra accessories in her hair, but I do like that they went with this reddish brown color for her hair as a callback to the original Ariel. The color is just really nice. It's like a copper, and we've got some twists in here mixed in with regular wavy hair. I do kind of want to clean it up a little bit. It's this one. This is like an extra super long one. That's probably... Can I trim this without it unraveling though? Probably not. But what's interesting when I'm looking at it, a lot of times braids on dolls or twists like this are embroidery thread or something. But this looks more like hair that they actually twisted. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell on camera, but there's a lot more texture to the twists than I'm used to seeing on a doll with braids and stuff. And that's really nice. It's kind of an extra level of authenticity. I just need to figure out how I want to kind of clean this up. I just want it to be a little less messy because it's got just box mess right now. But the problem is too that she has all these things in her hair, so I don't know. I don't know if they would go back in nicely if I washed it. But we have this little accessory here. Got a couple of rings here, something back here. Oh no, it's a seashell. And then we've got a couple of little charms up here. Another seashell, another little ring. This one I think is one of those, man, I'm not up on my seashell knowledge, but I recognize the shape of it. But I really like it. I like the fact that it's like she took things from the human world and she like tied them in her hair because she just really enjoyed it, or she was copying some human that she saw that did that. I love that. I love that detail. And then we have her crown, which is a big seashell on the top, golden pearls and other extra molded details along the sides. There's starfish on this side. It would have been nice if the basic dolls also came with at least a couple of things for her hair, but they saved it for the deluxe doll. And also, as far as accessories, she has a big bracelet, which has a pearl and some starfish on it. Almost kind of looks like barnacles. Like it's been under the water for a long time and it's accumulated all kinds of sea creatures on it. Then we get down to her outfit. So she has material clothes, another reason why I really liked her. And I love the foil that they put on for the extra shimmer. So there's her bathing suit top, and there's a little bit of tulle lining the upper side. We've got clear straps to hold it up, yet to give the illusion of it being strapless. And then we get down to the tail, which is another amazing part of this doll. I love the scales. This is giving me major rainbow fish vibes. We have an ombre of green to pink and purple at the bottom. It's a little bit stretchy. There's no Velcro on it, so you just slide it on and off of her. At the top, she's got some tulle where the tail kind of attaches to the rest of her body. And then at the bottom, she's got some little extra fins on the edge that are made of tulle. And her actual tail fin, it's a shiny, papery kind of material. Reminds me of Rainia's tail from Mermaid High, rest in peace. They used this material that they could cut without it fraying to get the shape of her tail, that pixelated shape. This is the same material. It's shiny, it's got a bunch of veining in it, it's got an ombre of green and blue and purple, but it is only printed on the one side. So there's the two fins, they're not hemmed or anything, but this is the kind of material, like I said, it doesn't really fray, and it cuts nice shapes, which is probably why they used it, because we have nice scalloped edges all along the fins. they're very clean and sharp, it adds more to the shape of the fin. I mean, could they have taken two of these pieces maybe and like glued them together in some way and then done one on either side? Yeah, so that we had it finished like all the way around, but they didn't. I'm just saying. And then we have this layer of tulle above those fins, which is also cut at kind of jagged or scalloped edges, kind of reminding me of jellyfish tentacles, just to add a little extra flair to the bottom of her fins. And now the tail, you can't really see her feet from the front, but if you lift up, her feet are visible. You know, it's not a fully sealed tail. Is that necessarily a bad thing? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it makes these fins lay a little bit differently, if it would make them more like sticking out if it was closed all the way. Who knows? I don't know why they chose that design. So anyway, that is pretty much everything on Ariel, and she does have extra articulation because she is the deluxe doll, so she can move at the head. We've got shoulder, elbow, if the elbow would turn the right way, there we go, her wrist, her hip, which, you know, in the tail is basically just a sitting down motion, and the knee, which I appreciate in a mermaid doll so that you can actually make her swim. That is Ariel as she is. And she comes with this, this stand. This is her only accessory. It is a swirly water stand. At the bottom it looks like water. On the back side here it looks like bubbles. It's it's actually several pieces now that I'm looking at it. Anyway, it looks like a swirl of water that she's like emerging from the water. And this is super clever because, like I said in the video where we first saw this doll and stand, most mermaid dolls, you can't make them stand up without it looking weird because mermaids don't stand, they swim. This at least makes it look like she's swimming upward. I think it was super clever. You know, I never thought I would be excited about a doll stand, but here we are. But actually, if you look, there's a seam here and then another one here. So it came fully assembled in the packaging, but I guess if you wanted to, you could take it apart to store it if you didn't need it after all. But I do just really like this. I think this is so smart. And because she has extra articulation, you could put her on the stand and then like have her tail bent so it looks like she's swimming. And I think this does it. Yeah, this turns. So you can turn the clasp and make her be swimming sideways or pose her some other way. That's cool too. So you have some flexibility here to pose Ariel in different ways. Okay, so I do want to quickly show you guys maybe a little comparison of her body next to a Barbie's, just because like I said, she's very light. I want to see if she's similar to maybe a Barbie extra doll with the amount of articulation that she has. Maybe this is like a Barbie extra body, like a petite one. There will be some doll nudity. Deal with it. Okay, so here's number, was she 19 or 20? I think she's 19. Barbie Extra 19 versus Ariel here. Now right off the bat, you can tell that there is a difference in the torso. Ariel does not have as much of an hourglass figure as the Barbie Extra doll. I would say though that their bust size is probably similar, but they do also have different molded underwear on the torso, so this definitely is a different body sculpt completely because of that. The legs are pretty similar, although Ariel is on pointed toes, whereas Barbie is on flat feet, but they seem to be the same kind of leg. And as far as the arms, Ariel seems to have bigger hands. Yeah, the sculpt is definitely different. Ariel's hand is flatter, her fingers are not curved like Barbie's, and her hand does look wider at the palm. So she has different hands, but I think the arms themselves are pretty much the same. Maybe ever so slightly different. I think Ariel has like a little muscle in her bicep and the Barbie does not. Interesting. See, I really would have thought that Mattel would just reuse assets that they had as much as they could to make these dolls, but there's definitely a lot of differences. And I think Ariel's feet are even bigger than Barbie's too, because even though it's flat feet versus pointed feet, her feet are definitely bigger. Very interesting. I did not expect to see that. While I have her nude, let's try on a Barbie outfit. I mean, she clearly can turn into a human, she just doesn't have anything to wear when she becomes a human, kind of like when she does in the movie. She's just shows up in the water naked. Well, so the outfit definitely fits her. It's supposed to be kind of baggy like this. It is on the other doll, so you know, when she turns into a human, if you choose to do that with her, then you can put her in your Barbie ensemble. Alright, so I put Ariel back in her tail and everything, and she's a mermaid again. Now I need to address the elephant in the room. She was $45. Was she worth it? I mean, I said at the beginning of the video that I thought it was pretty steep, and after opening her, yeah, it's very steep. I mean, she has some good points, like the extra articulation, of course, the extra accessories in her hair and everything, little bracelet that she has, and the material clothing. However, I mean, there's not a whole lot of detail on all of her accessories, like, you know, the crown. They could have painted some extra on there. They could have done a double-sided tail fin so that it doesn't just look like nothing on the backside. They could have included her outfit when she turns into a human. That definitely would have upped the price for me. I mean, I feel like a lot of the price goes into this massive water stand here, which is cool, but also, do I need to pay $45 just to get a cool stand with this doll that probably should have been in the $30 range? I mean, she's pretty, she's very pretty, and I'm glad that I got one of the Ariels from the live action movie because I just love her face. They just did so well with the Halle mold. She's adorable. But I also see some concerns with the foil aspect. I took the tail on and off to try on the other clothes, but as I was pushing it back on, it's very tight at the top. So to get it over the hips, you're kind of stretching the scales, and eventually they're gonna wind up peeling and splitting. If you're gonna take the tail on and off too much, that's gonna happen pretty fast. If you don't, then probably won't be a problem, but it's something to consider. You're also paying for the Disney name on it. If this was a doll made just by Mattel with no Disney branding, then maybe she would have been $30. She's the Little Mermaid, not just a Little Mermaid. So we gotta pay for that. I'm not mad that I bought her though, because she is super gorgeous. I want to find a nice place to put her where I can enjoy her, where I can pose her cool on the water stand. I really hope that Mattel continues to do really good face molds for the live action Disney movies, because we know there will definitely be more live action Disney movies. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of Ariel. Have any of you got this Ariel or any of the other ones? And will you see the movie? If you get one of the dolls, will that make you want to see the movie more, or are you just gonna get the doll and skip the movie? I, for one, again, cannot complain if we get nice dolls from these cheap cash-in movies. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, I want to be where the dollies are. I want to see their fashion.